you for joining me today here on my channel. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. And if you're a regular viewer or subscriber of mine, thanks again. I appreciate you. Now, I hope you're all coping with the new lockdown if you're in the UK. We're under some heavy restrictions at the moment, and you know, I personally find it a bit of a struggle right now. I was okay in the beginning, but now it's becoming a bit of a struggle, not being able to just do basic things that we all took for granted. But I can say that, you know, doing YouTube, having all my fragrance friends, you know, interacting with you guys in the comments, that has kept me sane. That keeps me positive, that keeps me going. So, you know, I'm really glad we've got this little community going on. It's really definitely been helping me. So thanks for that. Thanks if you're a part of it. Thanks for if you've commented, if you've liked, if you've watched. It's brilliant. Thank you. So I wanted to share with you today my Jo Malone fragrances. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I go through phases. So I can like a perfume house and then go crazy with all their perfumes non-stop. And then I might start going off it a bit and then go on to another one. That's been the case with Jo Malone. So at one point I was only buying Jo Malone and wearing Jo Malone, but that was before I kind of explored other houses and other perfumes the way I have done now. That's not to say I don't still love Jo Malone. I do. It has a special place in my heart. I found other perfumes that maybe I prefer since then. I mean, at one point their Pomegranate Noir was my signature scent and I wore that to death, and I can't wear it now. I can't abide that smell. I don't mind it in a candle or a room spray or a diffuser or something like that, but I can't put it on me as a perfume. But I do still have some Jo Malones in my collection, and you know, some of them are really good. Some of the smells are beautiful. Longevity is not amazing. Some of them are better than others, but you know, I just thought it'd be nice just to show you the ones that I have still, just in case you're interested in Jo Malone. So yeah, with that being said, shall we stop delaying and let's get to spraying? I think I just found my catchphrase. So the first one I'm going to share with you is this one, and this is Wood Sage and Sea Salt. This is probably the lightest one that I have from Jo Malone. Yeah, this is very light. This is kind of like a marine, citrus, musky, spicy, aquatic fragrance. So it's very light, it's salty, and it's fresh. Yeah, it's very neutral. So I think a man, a woman could wear this, and it's for someone that doesn't like headache inducing perfumes or really heavy perfumes, I would say. This is a good everyday reach. If sometimes you don't know what to wear, you might think, well, I'll just put this on. It smells pleasant. It's nothing to write home about. It's okay. I know a lot of people do love this one. You know, I've used loads of it, as you can see, but I have had this for quite a while. And yeah, there's not much else I can say about that one. It's just, it's all right, you know, it's okay. So the thing with Jo Malone fragrances is that the names basically tell you everything you need to know about the fragrance. So the next one, this is one of my favorites. I do love this. This is Red Roses, and again, I've made quite a dent in that. This is just a fresh floral rose scent. It's quite green. Oh, I do love this. It's sweet rose. I wouldn't quite say a Turkish rose, but it is a kind of sweetish rose. So it leans on the more sweeter side than the greener side, but there is some green notes in there. I find this one has pretty good longevity for Jo Malone as well, and it projects quite well. So yeah, I quite like the performance on this one. I would definitely repurchase this because I don't have a full-on rose perfume like this. This is just rose with nothing else. That's all you get. There's no mistaking, it's rose through and through. It's very feminine, it's very girly, and yeah, I really like that one. So that's Red Roses. The first ever fragrances I bought from Jo Malone was this one, and this is lime, basil and mandarin. So obviously it has lime, basil, mandarin. I think it also has lilac and iris in there. So this is a fresh, citrusy, fruity fragrance. I'm actually not too keen on this one anymore, because I'm not really into fresh, I'm not really into citrus perfumes. As you know, if you watch my channel, I prefer sort of oriental. I do like fruity, I do like tropical, and I like quite sweet perfumes. This is none of those, so it's all right. It's very unisex. This reminds me of like a cocktail, like some kind of cocktail, not a mojito exactly, because it doesn't have mint in it, but obviously there's lime in it. I think there's thyme in it as well, so it has a slightly herbal smell to it, but it's okay. But I think when I finish this one, I probably won't repurchase it. But I think this is one of their most popular ones. It certainly was the first one that I heard of and the first one I purchased. This isn't the first bottle I got of this. I know somebody gifted me one and I did use up the original one that I had, but it's not my favourite. I don't dislike it, but it's just all right. This next one is one that I absolutely love. I just love the smell of this, and this is Nectarine Blossom and Honey. As you can see, I've got a 100ml bottle of this one because I am really fond of this. This has plum, it has peach, it has vetiver, it has blackcurrant. Obviously it has Nectarine Blossom and Honey, but it's just a light, airy, fruity, gourmand. Like, this is good enough to eat. This reminds me of like jelly, you know, like when you make a jelly, it's got that really sort of fruity, gummy, juicy type smell, and it's also quite tropical smelling. So I think this would do really well in the summer months, although I do wear it whenever I fancy it. It doesn't last fantastically well, but it's not bad. It's not bad on longevity for a Jo Malone, but I absolutely love the scent, so I would repurchase this one because I just love the way it smells. It is just so juicy and yummy. It's just, I mean, I love nectarine anyway. It's one of my favourite fruits, but for a fruity perfume, this hits the spot for me. So yeah, that's Nectarine Blossom and Honey. So next up we have this one, and this is English Oak and Red Currant. Now this one I think is probably the most masculine one that I've got. This is woody, spicy, aromatic. It is a little bit fruity. It's fresh. Yeah, it's the spice is what dominates this fragrance, and the woodiness. The red currant and the rose is in the background of this fragrance, so it does lean masculine. I do like it, and it does smell quite unique. It's quite different to anything else I've got. It's not my usual type of fragrance, but I do like it. I think it's quite a popular one in their line. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I would repurchase this one or not once I use it. Probably not, to be fair, because it's one that I don't use that often, although, you know, I've made quite a good dent in it. But yeah, that's English Oak and Red Currant. So this one's a bit of an unusual one. This one is black cedarwood and juniper. I've really used a lot of this one, and funnily enough, although I've used a lot, it's not one of my favourites. This is a unique fragrance. It's quite unusual. So obviously there's cedarwood, there's juniper in it, but there's also chili peppers in this. But it's quite a soft fragrance, but is a unique smell. There's a spiciness to it, and apparently this one is supposed to invoke feelings of rainy weather in London, so like late at night and just rain falling, so it's dewy and kind of damp, and yeah, that's what you're supposed to get from this fragrance. I kind of see where they're going by that, because there is an earthiness to it. Yeah, there's an earthiness, a dustiness, a smokiness to it, if that makes sense. But obviously I must have liked it because I've used quite a lot of it, but I don't remember wearing this one for a very long time. But yeah, so that's black cedarwood and juniper. So if you've watched my channel before, you'll know that I absolutely love this one. This is my beautiful beloved Myrrh and Tonka. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This fragrance is stunning in my opinion. So obviously it's myrrh, it's tonka, it's vanilla, it's amber. There's lavender in here, there's almond in here. I mean, I could literally just bathe in this. It smells so lush, so beautiful, so creamy. Yeah, there's a definite creaminess about this. It's warm, it's inviting, it's cozy. It's just intoxicating and I love it. So I think I've said all there is to say about this one. It's a beautiful, beautiful, stunning fragrance. So that's Myrrh and Tonka. This is the last one I have to share with you, and this is the most recent one that I have. Now don't come for me for this, because I actually bought this one just because of the bottle. I mean, can we take a moment? Just look how beautiful that is. This is Wild Bluebell, and I think it comes in the normal standard Jo Malone packaging, but this one is the exclusive to Selfridges version, and the colour and just the design, I just thought, no, I've got to have it. And I didn't even know what this smelt like. So it was a blind buy. It's called White Bluebell, but I don't think there's any actual bluebell in it. It's a white floral, but I think it has iris, lily of the valley, it has musk. It's quite generic, if I'm honest, and it is a bit of a skin scent. So you spray it, and I mean, I can afford to just spray this because in a minute it's not going to be there. Well, I won't say a minute, I'll say like 30 minutes. It's very much a skin scent. It's very much a generic white floral. It's feminine. It's okay. I like it. I don't love it. There's nothing not to love or like, I guess. I wouldn't use the word love, more like. There's nothing not to like, but I just like the bottle. I mean, does anyone else do that? Buy perfumes just because they like the bottle? I know it's a little bit, you know, I will use it, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's nice. As I say, it's nice. It's just, yeah, you know, it's okay. It's all right. But yeah, it's funny because it doesn't actually list Bluebell as a note, even though it's called Wild Bluebell. But yeah, I just love the bottle, so that's why I bought that one. So yeah. So guys, that rounds up my Jo Malone collection. Do you have any Jo Malone perfumes? What's your favourite one? And do you have any recommendations that I might like? I think I've smelt pretty much, probably quite a lot of them. I know they've got a new one out that comes in a red bottle. Can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Poppy something, but it looks amazing and I want to check that one out. So yeah, if you've got any recommendations of what Jo Malone's you like, leave it in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, I'd be so grateful if you could subscribe, like, leave a comment. It helps the channel. Yeah, so until next time guys, stay safe, keep your pecker up in the lockdown if you are in lockdown. You know, we will get through this together, and I'll see you very soon.